Buildings don't just get built. There's a process by which they must first be designed. Someone chose the materials in this setting, the relationships between the spaces, and ultimately the use of this space and how it was going to be used by the occupants. So there is a process to design. It's a 7-step process that's been time-tested and been used for many years in the architectural built environment. The process starts with programming, goes to schematic design, then design development, then we get into construction documentation, bidding and negotiation, construction, and ends with post-occupancy evaluation. I'm going to talk about the first 4 steps in this process because they're the ones that are most important in influencing the outcome of a project. The first one of those is programming. Programming is the process of gathering information. It establishes the criteria for the design. If you've never designed an airport, then you have to understand the movement of people through space, the number of terminals and airplanes to be served, and the services that have to be there, and security and safety. And all these things have to be gathered as information before you can actually start the process of design. That step is called programming, and it usually ends with a report that's generated for the sake of the owner to verify that in fact you've gathered the appropriate information. The second step in the process is schematic design. The purpose of schematic design is actually to define the essence of the problem itself. In schematic design, we're bringing forward ideas as an interpretation to the program and the approaches that we will take, the concepts behind the approaches that we're going to take, and what kinds of qualities and effects and results that we're trying to achieve with our design. This ends in a preliminary presentation to make sure and verify that you have in fact identified the essence of the program that will be used by the occupant. In the schematic design phase, we established a vision or a concept for the project, and that culminated in a presentation to the owner. And once everyone is in agreement, we start the design development phase. Spaces like the one behind me don't just come about. All the details have to be worked out. We have to resolve the constraints within the architecture. We actually do mock-ups, we do calculations, we work out a budget, and we work out all the details necessary in order to select and locate the equipment such that the project has a positive result. So the design development phase ends in yet another presentation to the owner and to the project operatives, including the other design members. Design development does not happen individually. It's a collaborative effort. A great deal of compromise comes about, but the result is an integrated architectural solution that satisfies the owner's requirements. Once the design development phase has been completed to the satisfaction of all members of the design team, we enter the construction documentation phase. Construction documentation is the process whereby we produce the drawings and specifications such that the building can be built and to perform in its intended fashion. In lighting, these documents include the reflected ceiling plan, the luminaire schedule, the control schedule, and the electrical drawings necessary to bring all these components together and work together in harmony. Clearly, the construction document phase is an important one because this is the phase in which we document everything so that the contractor can build the project on time, hopefully within budget, in the most sustainable way that meets regulatory compliance and does so in a fully integrated fashion. This design process is an important one. It's been time-tested and used by architects, interior designers, engineers, specifiers for years, and is designed to make sure that you have a smooth process that has specific deliverables, specific milestones, such that we can have a project that's satisfactorily completed and used as intended by the occupant.